Hey, I'm just standing outside the main entrance of Paradisus here in Hogan. Just going to do a little walk around tour and check the resort out, see what you guys think. So you can just see the front entrance here. This is where the bus will pull up. You can see off in the distance there, there's a spot where you can rent cars or scooters. I've rented scooters in other resorts, but not here so far. I may try that out later. So here's the main entranceway here. It's kind of low season now, so not a lot of people around, and it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, so not a lot of people are up yet. Here's the main check-in area. You see the check-in at 12, check-in at 4. Morning. It's a very nice lobby area. They've got some water features in here. And here's one of the restaurants, the a la carte restaurants. They've got several here. There's like 4 or 5 if I recall. El Patio. I did eat in there once a couple of years ago. It was pretty good. Let's circle back in this direction here. You can see they've got, here's the sort of main lobby bar. Let's take a look and see what they've got here. You can see how they've got some top shelf. They got some Havana Reserve, some spiced Havana. I don't see any Havana sub in here. It's a good selection of rums. And here's the gift shop. They're probably not open here, but they usually have a fairly limited supply of stuff. You can see they got some suntan lotion and stuff like that, just in case you didn't bring enough with you. Generally, you want to buy that at home. The stuff they sell here is usually at a pretty decent markup. Yeah, we've had really nice weather so far this week. It's been pretty sunny. Although yesterday it clouded up a bit in the evening, not much in the way of rain really, which is nice. Let's take a little swing off to the right here. So here's the entertainment area. Where in the evenings they'll have put some shows on here. You could sit, get your drinks from the bar. They got a stage here, and they got some dancers and whatever. I haven't been down to check that out so far this week, but in other years I've been here. This is my 3rd time. I have checked out the shows. They're usually pretty good. And there's another restaurant, or a couple of restaurants in this area here. This is the Mediterranean, and I think we've got dinner there tomorrow night. I think it's part of the returning guest dinner or something, and then the Japanese restaurant here. And I don't think I've actually tried out the Japanese restaurant here at this resort, but I have tried the Japanese restaurants at other Cuba places, and it's usually a pretty good show they put on with the spinning the knives and chopping the food up and all that. It's usually pretty good. Okay, so that's, I guess there's 2 a la cartes there. There's one a la carte we walked by already, and there's a couple of more kind of just beyond the buffet. So we're going to go check the buffet out now. And this should be, 8 o'clock. The morning buffet should definitely be open now. We can get a sense of what the buffet is like. Again, this is low season, so there's not a lot of people are at the resort right now. So I expect we won't see too many people in the restaurant, but they'll still have the food all laid out. We can check that out. Now they seem to be doing some repair work on the fountains or the ponds down there. Usually that whole section down there is covered in water. They must be doing some maintenance on it. Okay, so you can see it's a nice open air, well, open air buffet style. They've got a little section here where you can get your bread and toast. It's pretty good. Got a variety of food laid out here. And what's nice here, you can see they've got these cold plates down below. And that's going to keep all the food that should be cold nice and cold. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good selection of breakfast food here. You can see some of the stations here are not open. Other times I've been here, it's been more busy. They would have all the stations open. But I mean, the variety of food would be essentially the same. They just would have more of it so people can get at it. And we got someone here cooking up omelets for you, which is that's usually what I go for when I come for breakfast at a buffet in Cuba. Got some fruit here. Now mangoes are in season right now, and they are delicious. So definitely want to go for that. Yeah, you can see all the condensation on the plates there from being kept cold. So that's good hygiene. You can see there's a couple of birds flying around here. It's one of the features of the outdoor style of eating. You're going to get a little bit of wildlife in. They do seem to have some, they do have some nets there, but to keep the birds out, but I'd say it's not very effective. Okay, let's just keep, let's check out the rest of the result here. The buffet looks pretty decent. Yeah, so we're back in the main kind of lobby section here. You can see that's where we came in back there. There's the entertainment section off to my right. Got a pool table there. And I'll just off to the left here. I'll swing by and I'll show you a couple of the other restaurants. A la carte restaurants. So there's a pretty good selection of a la carte restaurants. Now, I would be certain this time of year they probably have one a la carte open each night, or maybe two. There's just not enough people to justify opening up 4 or 5 a la cartes. So they wouldn't be able to fill them. And one thing I've noticed, they've had an extremely dry summer so far. Usually like May and June, they just get a lot of rain. Those are the 2 rainiest months here in Cuba. And they didn't get much rain. I remember we were, I think it was in May in Veradero. And it's usually, we had no rain at all, which was quite unusual. So you can see that grass is quite singed. And I've also noticed a lot of the trees are not having any leaves, or very few leaves on them. And I'm assuming that's because of the dryness, and they'll come back once the rain comes. Yeah, so this is another a la carte restaurant here. You can see down here, I guess they must be doing some maintenance on the ponds that they normally have down here. And I think this is the sort of authentic Cuban restaurant. It's just a nice setup here, open air style. And I don't think I've eaten in this one. Generally, we've always stay up at the Royal section. The restaurant there is really good. Yeah, only a couple of times we've come down here to check out the other restaurants, but I'd say in general the restaurant out there is going to have better food. Now, one thing I really like about this resort is the groundskeeping. They've got all these palm trees, All the shrubs are well maintained. Now the grass is usually nice and green when I've been here before, but as I was saying, got a bit of a drought going on. And I also noticed that as well, like there's a lagoon that kind of feeds onto the beach here, and once in a while when they get a bunch of rain, it'll burst through the lagoon will burst through into the ocean and spill all kinds of sand and such into the ocean, which is kind of what forms the beach. So it's sort of important that mechanism keeps up to keep lots of sand on the beach. And I have noticed that the amount of sand on the beach seems quite low compared to other times I've been here. So I'm kind of thinking that's got something to do with it. Okay, so we're kind of back to the main strip here. You can see there's the background, the main lobby area. And if you just sort of shoot straight off of that is it's kind of the main strip down here. On either side, you've got these large building blocks. They got 8 rooms facing this way, and I think there's also 8 rooms facing in the other direction. Yeah, you can see from over there, you can see the stairwell going up the middle. And then either side of that, they've got smaller kind of cabana rooms where there's maybe 1 or 2 units per building. And I think those come at a bit of an upgrade price. And I haven't been inside any of the rooms down here, so I can't really comment on what they are. Yeah, one thing about this resort, it's pretty big. You'll get an idea, like walking from the main lobby area where you'd go to get your food, all the way down to the beach or the pool area, then the beach. It's a little bit of a walk. So if you prefer something a little more compact, because you've got mobility issues or whatever, this may not be a great choice. But they do have those golf carts that drive around, and I do see them from time to time driving around people that need some assistance. So there's always that option. You can see some of these trees here are just beautiful. Give some nice shade when you walk by. Now it must depend on the kind of trees. The trees here all seem to have the leaves on, but up in the rail section there was a number of trees there that had virtually no leaves on them. And hopefully once the rain comes they'll be okay. Okay, so here is some sort of the activity center. They've got some ping pong tables set up and a pool table there. They've got a clubhouse, and they're not open yet, but I have looked in there previous years and they've got equipment, and I'm pretty sure I recall they've got like snorkel gear that they'll lend you. And the snorkeling here is one of my main attractions that coming here. Quite good, and it's like you can just swim right off the beach and get to some pretty nice snorkeling. Okay, so we're at the pool area now, and you can see it's quite a large pool. Here's the pool bar, or swim up bar. You can swim up here, get your drinks, or you can sit down below there and get a drink as well. Just give an idea of how big this is. Just looking at the pool, looks very well maintained. It's nice and clean. This is one of the sort of more I'd say higher end resorts in Cuba. Some of the more budget resorts I've been in Cuba, they don't seem to put much effort into keeping the pools clean, which is not great in my opinion. But here the pool looks well maintained, so no concerns on that. And here they've got this is more of a kind of lunch snack bar buffet. So if you're down by the pool or the beach in the afternoon, you can come here, get your drinks, get your food. And they wouldn't have the same selection necessarily as up at the main area, but you've got the convenience factor, so a lot of people would just hang down here. You can see you've got a grill set up here. Lots of places to sit down to get a few tables set here. Here we've got the beach bar. There's a few people hanging out here already. Oh, and they've got an espresso machine. Hola. Got some rum. I got some Havana there. That's good. Good supply. Ooh, breakfast smells good. Yeah, I think they must be doing breakfast here too. I can smell eggs getting cooked up. So you can see no trouble getting a chair this time of year, which is nice. They do have some, you can see there's some shaded areas up on the hill there. They've got a few kind of large palapas set up. They got some umbrellas set up around the pool area here. So decent amount of shade. Yeah, this is a beautiful morning. It's nice and clear. See the pool. It's very, very inviting. Down here is the access to the beach. Just give you a little view of the beach. Looks like the tide is a fair ways out right now. You can see the section closest to the to where you'd enter, the closest to the resort where you'd enter from is pretty rocky there at first, and actually, this is a good spot to go snorkeling, I should mention. So you have to kind of swim, and that depends where the tide is. Here you'd have to sort of get in a little further down and swim out. But all along these rocks here, you can swim the whole length of these rocks. There's fantastic coral and fish. So this is a really nice feature about this resort. As I was saying earlier, I think I think there's been some issues with not getting enough sand here, because I definitely remember there being a lot more sand, like in the water area. The sand up on where the trees and the beach chairs, that looks the same as I remember. But down there, definitely there was more sand and less kind of exposed coral and rock. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video here. I'm going to do another section of all the beaches at Paradisus. I think there's like 4 or 5 altogether, and I'll include the one down here as well. So certainly keep an eye out for when my beach video comes out, and you can check all the beaches out as well.